Another video. This is about recording with a digital amp that has a line out, a direct out. So I don't have my cables, which means I'm not able to technically show you, but I do have every other cable that you would need in order to record. And starting off, we have this on-air. This is like the cheapest of the cheap route too. Like the only thing that isn't cheap is laptops, and, you know, guitars obviously, and amps. But like, if you want a real cheap way of recording, tracking, yeah, pretty much with like anything, like the service that I use, not really a service, the DAW I used to record and track guitars is BandLab because it's free. It's probably gonna be like a fucking hour long video, but that's okay. But the way I do it is I would have my cable to my guitar plugged in, and then I have an on-air wave mixer. Real cheap, real unreliable, I would say, but I got lucky and got one that wasn't fucked up or anything. Let me unwind all these cables. Wouldn't necessarily need this one. This is just the amp cable. Sorry, I just came back from like a friend's house. But yeah, and also sorry if you can hear background noise. Well, you will need, technically, like just for convenience wise, get an extension cable, but an extension cable that has ground. That's really important. For convenience wise, it's important. Like, for example, this needs ground. Luckily, the person that I bought this Line 6 amp from, they didn't fucking rip the ground wire off. Idiots would do that just so they could plug it into DC power, which is fucking stupid. Anyways, for convenience. Nah, not really. I'm not losing a limb. Just to show you the amp works. Makes noise. Which means that other video that I posted works. Usually these amps make that fucking noise. I don't know why. But it does. You'll need this one specifically has micro USB charging. So use a micro USB charger. You would also plug it into that three. And then the last thing would be the computer charger. Really important, because your computer usually always dies when you're recording. So, as a safety precaution, we plug the computer in so it doesn't die on us when we're recording. And it's why important, because most computer chargers also have ground. Sadly, I don't have all the cables, so I couldn't show you how this works. But I could show you. It's pretty much the exact same way you would use a mic too. Like, it's the exact same way. It's just using different cables. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear that. Brothers playing games right now. But alright, so with the on-air wave mixer, the way way I got it was you get two of these cables. One is short, one is long. It's a micro USB to 3.5 millimeter jack. With microphone, would I add? You would need your own pair of headphones. I just use these cheap $5 like gas station headphones. That's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it. The way I record, let me just, I guess, pull something up on here. New file. So when you have all of it plugged in, alright, so with this cable, the 3.5 to micro USB, what you want to do is plug into one of the live channels. Both are spliced in together, so it doesn't really matter which one you use, as long as it's one of them. Like mine live one micro USB is kind of fucked up, so I usually use the live 2. And then with the live 2, I'm able to connect it to the 3.5 millimeter jack on the computer. Once that's done, right now I'm just plugging in the charger, so it would stay on to charge while I'm using it. But that's pretty much it, technically. And there's settings on here that I found to be very beneficial in the way recording goes. For me, the only thing that ever changes is monitor, pretty much. Monitor pretty much is the only thing that changes for me. So what I have is I have the mic, the big first knob. I have it at 11. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, it's at 11. The treble, which is the first bottom one. It's between 8 and 9. I found between 8 and 9 is a really good treble for guitar. And bass, I have it for tracking guitars at the 4th. I found that is kind of like a good point. And to add to it, the record is at It is at 9. God! Get off dick! How are you iridescent? Sorry. Holy! So record is at 9, bass is at 4, treble is between 8 and 9, mic is at 11, and the monitor always changes. The music, I always have it turned down because it doesn't really do anything. You can have it turned up and it doesn't do anything. The echo, the second big knob, I don't use it. All the fucking buttons, I don't fucking use. I only use the monitor, really. And you just plug in your headphones. It should be working. With guitar, obviously. I would have my guitar plugged in through the guitar, where you would usually play. That's how you play, right? Now with this amp, and with a lot of amps, they have a direct out. With the Wave Mixer, it has a dynamic mic, but it's a 1/4-inch jack. And you're able to plug in that cable into this thing. And that's how I'm able to record guitars. It's a real cheap way, like if you don't have the money to get a Focusrite, which I would recommend you do because Focusrite is like, goated. Everyone that I recorded my EP with a Focusrite that my friend has, which you should probably go to. His name is Jerry Garza, Del Rio, Texas. His Instagram is mango.jerry93. He's really good. He's really good at what he does. But yeah. Let me show you how the microphone works. Give me a minute. One second. I have this Vivitar piece of shit mic that I record vocals with in my closet. It's like $5-10. I got a microphone stand for it. I think it comes with a microphone stand. I don't know, but I have it hanging from my thingy, and that's how I don't need a stand for it or anything. I have it. It's right here. I don't use it. The way I've recorded with this, because it's an XLR, I have created this cable that goes from XLR to 3.5mm jack. I know, it's stupid. This is why you should get a Focusrite. Because with Focusrite, you don't fucking have to do this at all. But it's pretty much the exact same thing. All you gotta do really is just play around with it. It won't mess up anything, especially with this mic, because it doesn't do anything. This doesn't need phantom power or anything. It's just a crappy microphone that works in any circumstance. But I would recommend you to get decent cables for both. This 3.5mm jack is kind of shitty, so I have to have it wrapped like this, and you can see the tape that I used that houses that splice that I've soldered together in order for it to work. But somehow it works. I have it plugged into condenser mic on the mixer, and the headphones you plug them into headset on the mixer. And once you have all that down, all you gotta do is plug your microphone in. You start hearing. I can hear myself right now, and it's loud as hell. You can also see it on there. No device, headset microphone. That I've found that this can it would show up on there audio devices connected. So with most laptops, they would have obviously the sound arrays and the microphone arrays and all that. When you have this thing from Live Channel plugged in, it shows up as headset microphone. You restart it and it shuts up. And once it's done like that, you're able to record and all that. I need to know how to flip this camera. It's so janky. but I don't know if you can see that, but you're able to hear me through the microphone, and you can see the level of the input like moving. Like I'm making that p sound, p, and it's redlining. Yeah, so you're able to record like that. And I'll show you what it sounds like. I'm gonna record some shitty vocals just to show you what it would sound like. And with all that, like you can also disconnect it and then just play it on the computer. It works. It works. I don't like. I have spent less than $50 with like not including the amp and computer. Obviously, I don't even know why I have the amp on. It's not plugged in, but like this whole setup for the mixer and the microphone and the cables and all that. Like the mixer comes with the cables, most of them. Like it comes with a charging cable. I have this other cable that I use for charging because it's longer. But it comes with its own charger. It comes with two of these micro USB to 3.5 millimeter. Like I spliced one just because I was trying to do some bullshit with it. But I have kept this one, and luckily I did. Because I mean, who the fuck sells cables like this? But real cheap way. Like this mic, it comes with a microphone like that does 3.5, but it was just so shit. So that's why what I would do is I would either get a good quality XLR male to the 3.5 millimeter male, or do what I did and just get like I had a previous microphone that I bought off of some dude, and it came with an XLR cable, and I was never able to use the XLR cable, so I ended up selling the microphone, but I kept the cable, and I'm thankful that I did because it's a good quality cable. This brand is Nutrix, I think. Yeah, Nutrix cables, and I have cut the female side, like the one without the, like this is with the end, not with the prongs. Like I cut the female part off and then spliced it together, and then wrapped some cables around it. Wrapped it so it wouldn't like, cause it would always short when I would record and all that. So I wrapped it like this. This is the best way I found it to work all the time. And then, you know, it works. And yeah, same thing with guitar. Like you just plug into your guitar, you start playing. You have the direct out connected to a dynamic mic, 1/4 inch on the mixer. Same settings, works fine. Works beautiful. Like on BandLab, like it would show up as what I do most. You should always do this on BandLab. When you're gonna record, you go to auto pitch and then you put input, click headset microphone. I can't say how many times I've recorded and not had that clicked on. But once you have all that, you're able to record everything. Like I'll show you some tracks that I've recorded. Like discard, throw that away. Like I've recorded this track, which is let's turn all this off. cover of We Are the End, Sky's Most Wanted Goodbye. Just to like show you that it works. Like this version of it, I don't know why I clicked on it, but I guess for reference. And also a little tutorial on how to get a good sound out of the guitars on BandLab. Because yeah, you can record them, but some the way I do it is I record the guitars the best that I can, and then after I put effects on. I put like I don't know what kind of effects. Mostly it's just the EQ really, because the EQ on this it doesn't have. It just has treble and bass. There's like no mids, no nothing. And like with this amp specifically, just sounds like shit. Like through the half jack, but I have like found it's like good setting that has given me, you know, comfort in recording. Just wait. But yeah, hopefully this loads. I'll cut it in the video when it loads. Also, like I've recorded vocals with this mic. And you get to check them out. The vocal preset that I use is 70s ballad, specifically for my music. I've always found that one was kind of good on harsh vocals. Any kind of harsh vocals. Inhales, yelling, every kind of vocal. It's just been really, really great. A really good effect, what's it called? What would it be considered? It's a really good built-in effect in BandLab. One that you don't have to create, you can just find it. It's called 70s Ballad. Everything else is kind of like my custom thing to get my sound and all that. I won't get too vague into it, but EQs. Oh my god. Alright, might as well just exit page and find the version that I was going to show you. Really tempted to just restart this computer. I'm not having a sound problem. Yeah, how white that screen is. Alright. So let me show you a project that I have worked on. Here you are. Oops. Oops. We're back. We're still back. So, finally loaded. I will show you how it sounds. Now, it doesn't sound like this all the time. Usually, like, it'll fuck up or something. But, you know, like with my graphic EQ, it's shaped like a fucking U with like the last 6.4 with a little bit of down, like the tiniest bit. But it's mostly like it's like a fucked up U. It's like a. Anyways, that's all I have for that EQ. And I quad track guitars. I have them pan left to right and all that. Like bass, I literally recorded with the exact same thing set up, except I just did, like on the mixer. Like once I have like a good bass sound, not bass sound in the context of like it making it sound like a bass on amp. Like you can also just connect to bass too. Like you just turn the bass all the way up, turn the mic all the way up, and all that. I wouldn't recommend it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like with bass, specifically on this, I found that literally cranking the bass all the way in, keeping the mic around like a quarter from 6, a quarter before 6, or 3/4 before 6. This should be like a good way of recording bass. Like if you have a bass. Like if you don't, what I do is the only knob I move is the bass, and it goes all the way up to, I want to say, 11 too. Yeah. So on bass, like if you're tracking it like I do, just bass, you just boost the bass, which is like, for me, cranking everything, and then taking the mids out. And then having that on there. And then with bass, like I have a pitch shifter going in. And I also have a dual octaver. I also have a graphic EQ, which is just 2 slants going this way. And that's pretty much it. And lowered, because like when you record it like that, it's loud. So I have it lowered. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In another video, I'll show you how to track drums and all that. So this is what the track sounds like. Yeah, now I have bass drops and all that. You don't have to have them, but they're cool. Anyways, that was just like mixing and all that. Like once I'm done with all that, the way I do it is I have it on universal. You can't really change it except for it being the gain level. So I just have it at 0, and then what I do is I mute everything. That way I can save it like that, download it, so it's just the guitars. And then once that's done, I would upload it again. And then, because once you do that, once you download them, it will be all in one track, those guitars. Now, it's not going to sound like it did. And that's why I use like this. I don't use a preset. I use my own preset that I found that works like really good. Brings out the guitars more and all that. If this project can load, you know what? I'm gonna stop recording, so just, I loaded. So let me just go ahead. Mute all these loud ass fucking tracks that my friend. Me and my friend, we have a band, and this is a cover that we made by We Are the End. And in another video, I think I said this already, but I'll show you how I did the drums, how I do drums. But all it really is now is like this. It's a cover, so I try to make the solo sound different. Guitars sound, pretty brutal. And what I have used was more EQs, like the EQ, it's a graphic EQ, and it's slanted like that. Like every time I've said slanted or like the fucked up U, it's been on the graphic EQ, and it has another EQ. I think this is what it is. It's called the BL 1176. No attack, release at like, I'd say around like 33%. Input, around the same area. Output, like say around 70%. No, more like 65%. But that's the best that I have found. Also, rolled back the level a little bit on the graphic EQ because it is loud as fuck. But yeah, that's how I record with guitars, and that's how it sounds. It doesn't sound too bad, but it sounds pretty good actually. I guess my kind of style. I don't know. I like the sound of shitty guitars. But yeah. Also, all those vocals, the ones that you see that are on purple, I guess, like, oh, this chunk right here, recorded with this piece of shit. So You know, you don't have to have the best. You don't have to have the best in the business to do what you want to do. If you have a dream, chase it. But yeah, I guess those are just words of wisdom. Anyways, I guess this video's over. Hopefully I don't have to use this setup in 2031 when I come back. But anyways, yeah. See you soon. God bless you. Woke up. I forgot to mention that when you do record guitars or really anything with that matter with that setup, keep in mind that there is a delay. So what I like to do is zoom in into 16ths each measure and go to the first little thing right here, this, and I like split it. You highlight what you recorded, right, and you split it. I've already done it as a recording. I think I can extend this though, but you see what I mean? Yeah, I found that it's best in the middle here, at least for my setup. It may be different depending on what kind of laptops you have, if it's higher end or lower end. But yeah, and that was good to mention. See ya.